Katya Woods, Cup of Social. Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Hi, Katya. I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. So tell us a little. This movie really put you through your paces, didn't it?
Yeah. It was a challenge, definitely, in a lot of ways. Emotionally, it stretched me as an actor, and physically, it's a very physical role, and I had to really prepare for it, um, especially for the underwater scenes. So it was challenging, but it was also super rewarding. I really loved it, every second of it.
Tell me, what are some things that you took away from Live? Because we all are very driven, right? Especially we all want to be successful, that sometimes we don't stop to breathe the flowers or appreciate that. We still have to live a life. We still have to pause and smell the flowers. So what is something that you learned from Live making this movie?
I mean, I feel like I learned a lot of like survival 101 things from this show that I didn't know before, that will probably, if I'm ever in a situation like this, will probably help me survive a few more days before I die, because I will most definitely would not survive. But I learned, that sometimes life doesn't go according to plan, and sometimes the healing and the closure that you need and you're seeking from other people, you actually have to do yourself. And because she's, on this journey to find answers, and to figure out certain things from certain relationships that she has, and then she's by herself. And if she doesn't find a way to accept that, then, you know she has no choice. So I think the biggest lesson for me that I take away from this is that we only have ourselves, and that we have to be okay with being with ourselves and healing by ourselves, um, ultimately to survive, ultimately to reach that level of acceptance and being okay with our lives.
Absolutely. And also talk about that because you are in this movie predominantly by yourself. You usually in other roles you have other actors to work off. This is kind of like you having to really dig deep, maybe just your environment. So what was that like?
That was beautiful. Honestly, it was beautiful. It's challenging, obviously, to not have scene partners most of the time. Um, but it also taught me a lot about myself. It taught me a lot about myself as a person and as an actor. Um, when you're by yourself, you can't resort to like certain comfort things and certain tricks that certain actors have. So I was like fully exposed, like there was no hiding because the camera was on me all the time. So um, I think I grew a lot in this role, and because I was challenged and I was stretched, and it was a beautiful experience. But then also the time that I did have with scene partners, the scenes that I did have with other actors, I really enjoyed. Like I wanted eyes to connect with, and I think it made it that much better, because I knew that half of the time, or more than half of the time, I was going to be by myself. So whenever I was with the other actors, I was like, okay, how can we make this, the best that it can be, and like really connect.
Absolutely. Thank you so much and best of luck to you with the project.
Thank you so much.